Hello, and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. We take a look at the shorter time frame here on the Bitcoin chart. In the last few videos, I covered the daily chart extensively. Feel free to check them out if you're interested in the daily chart. I'm sure we are going to do that tomorrow again to take a look at the daily for the overall context. But at the moment, what is important is to figure out if Bitcoin has already bottomed here on the 5th of August. And that Monday low, the overnight low, you could say, after that earthquake finished here, the sell-off. So Bitcoin might have bottomed there, formed a more substantial low. We haven't really broken resistance, so Bitcoin hasn't really broken the $56,805 level, okay? So from that point of view, I don't really have much evidence that a low is in, because we haven't broken resistance. Okay, Bitcoin has formed a possible 5-wave move up, as we already said in the last video. Bitcoin was just working, I think, on the 5th wave when I made the last video. We have 5 waves now. It even reached the next fib extension level at 57,126, but couldn't sustain above the 50% retracement level. It is a possible 5-wave move. Yeah, absolutely. It could even stretch a bit higher, maybe to 58,000, but the risk is now high, because we're quite far away from a wave 2 support zone. Does that mean the wave 2 has to happen? No, but it is quite likely because we have a 5-wave move up. And typically these 5-wave movements, they will be corrected by a 3-wave pullback. If any deep pullback occurs, and I don't really have strong evidence that it started yet, but if a pullback occurs, then we should look for support in the area between 53,990 and 50,856. So let me just shift that here to the side. This is the support range. Whatever happens, yeah, even if we see further upside extensions, in any pullback now, Bitcoin should not break below 50,856. I mean, we have 5 waves up now. Maybe this is already the beginning of the pullback. We just see a little bit of volatility come in. But exactly that is what you have to be prepared for. You can't necessarily predict that the correction is starting, because until we see first topping signals, you can't really confirm that. But the way the correction would normally unfold is as an ABC structure. So the A wave could be quite rapid, then a B wave corrective rally, and a C wave down. This is normally what we want to see. What I will do, I will take out the previous micro support zone here, which was relevant yesterday, and the price did hold that support. So yeah, what can we say? I mean, we have a 5-wave move up, but we haven't broken above resistance. It starts to look a bit promising. It looks clearer. It looks like a clearer 5-wave move compared to what happened on the Ethereum chart. Ethereum has only formed 3 waves. It's not great. But in any pullback, this here is a support region where we can watch for support. Okay, if wave 5 of 1 stretches higher, then the support area has to go with the price. If we go higher, 58K is next support. At some point we have to say, whoop, this cannot be a wave 5 anymore. So if it continues to stretch, and gets to the 2.382 extension, I would say already above 59K, yeah, I would say this is not anymore a wave 5 of 1. It would be something more bullish. So what could that be? Well, it is possible that we are then already in a larger 3rd wave, okay? And I would need to think about, okay, maybe this was a wave 1. Maybe this was a wave 2. Is this a 3rd? Just a different way of labeling it. 4, 5. It's just a different, it's nothing you can really predict. We just have to see how the market, let's say, reacts to the relevant support and resistance levels in the next few hours, over the next 24 hours or so. I think there are a few things that we can definitely say about this. We have a first possible 5-wave move, which means that another low has become less likely, not impossible, just less likely. We can say that above roughly 59K, it is likely the case that we don't get a deep wave 2 pullback anymore. And it's also likely the case that this is not a wave 4, right? So it's less likely a wave 4. It's less likely that we get a deep pullback, and we could just blast through more directly to maybe 69, 70K. But for now, until I see evidence that we're breaking above critical resistance, I'm watching for a pullback. At least I would be prepared for it. Doesn't mean it has to happen, but I would be prepared for it. And if that pullback occurs, we have some clear parameters to watch. That's pretty much it. So if we see a first deep pullback, it's likely the A wave. If the rally then is corrective, which we would expect, it might be a B wave, and then the C wave could complete the correction. This should unfold over maybe another day or so. I said yesterday when we were at some point here or so around 55k, 55.5, that the proper 5 up, 3 down move will probably take another 1 or 2 days. So it's pretty much, the timing is pretty much good. So yeah, it's starting to look good. I mean, some altcoins are also putting in 5 wave movements to the upside. That doesn't mean the first pullback has to hold a higher low, but it means we can definitely be watching for it. We have some clear parameters. We have a chance, the bulls have a chance. But bear in mind that on these smaller time frames, the movements are still very, very fragile. But that's pretty much it. We have some very clear parameters to watch. It's starting to look somewhat promising. Again, further upside extensions are still possible. What we've seen so far is not a confirmation that the pullback has started. And the next upside levels to watch are around 58k. That's the 200% extension of the initial 1-2 setup. That's the update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.